you know. But I
That's
think
what you
it's
do to a bully. Get his ass up out of here.
I
Tough
mean,
mother.
she could have
it's
reported her, or she could have just quit. It's McDonald's, bro. You
yeah,
could have just
exactly,
Man, stop
transferred to
exactly.
picking
Now
on
another
your
people.
now
McDonald's.
your life thrown away though. We definitely got to learn
Yeah.
how to
Hey,
handle people
David killed
accordingly.
Goliath, goddammit. Stop picking on people.
But I also commend people that actually work at fast food restaurants like that, because you got to pay me $100,000 on salary to work at some shit like that.
A lot of people don't take criticism well. I think a lot of this stuff is just criticism a lot of the time. People just don't take it well.
No, people be
Yeah.
getting
Well,
bullied. People get bullied for real.
well,
I
Yeah,
got
well,
bullied,
well
and
No,
it was the
Jay,
same
but
thing. Like
stop
but
she,
it, man.
but let
Stop
me
it. I ain't never
let,
been bullied. I
it's
think a lot
definitely
of
not a
women.
sex
I think
thing.
a lot of women are low key. How can I say this? I
be
think a lot of
careful.
women are undiagnosed with possible with possible conditions.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That's gonna have to stop. She's a bully. She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
But yeah,
amazing.
Oh
well,
shit.
I mean, this woman stabbed the manager to death. I'm guessing this was after that. She stabbed her to death. This definitely a tragedy, man. I started watching some other clips on her, and she was definitely going through some things. She had some mental issues going on, but I want to get y'all thoughts on that.
A lot of people think she was schizophrenic. I will say, like, you could tell she has mental health issues because of the
Yeah,
other videos that she was posting. But at the same time, not negating the fact that she should not have killed this lady. But you do have bullies at jobs, like especially with low paying jobs. If somebody's above you and they're in a higher position, they like to take advantage of that position. And then you don't know what somebody going through in their daily life. And apparently, according to one of her videos, she was living with some guy that was trying to
saw that.
get sex out of her.
I
And
saw that.
and people was like, oh no, she talking to herself, ain't no man. But it was literally a man in the background of one of her videos, like saying, oh, you said you would never ignore me. But she kind of like spazzed out. And it's really, I think she just had misdirected anger. Like, she was really going through a lot too, but I think she was schizophrenic too.
Well, she was schizophrenic. She had 6 kids, but to be at
No,
McDonald's
not
with six.
her.
No,
She had
That was
six
the
kids.
manager.
no, the manager did. That was the
Had six
manager.
Oh yeah,
kids.
the manager had
Oh,
6 kids.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say this, right? If you anybody with some sense and you can look that girl in her face and can't tell she crazy than a motherfucker
Yeah.
without her
crazy.
saying one word,
Yeah.
something wrong with you. She looked crazy as hell.
But
And
also,
Yeah.
then on top of that,
she had another case of another stabbing. Like, she was already charged for another stabbing. I can't remember where she was from, but this is not the first time she done stabbed somebody.
Well, that's why
yeah,
you got to
and you
work at
forget, don't
McDonald's.
forget this though. When you add the fact that she's crazy as hell already and she broke and needs some money, that's a mother you don't want to fuck with. A
At all.
broke motherfucker that's crazy. You
At
heard what
all.
she said. I got shit to do. You had me come up here on my off day and you playing this shit. I
yeah,
ain't no telling what she had to spend to get to work just to get there, not to make no money. You feel me? She probably took that shit as an L. And then I know a lot of times, like you said, a lot of managers, they said she been there 15 years. So just imagine the seniority that she
years.
thinks she got, that she been there
Oh,
15 years.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
but
she said, I seen the video earlier where she said that the manager came in one day, I guess she was trying to intimidate her or something, because she was talking about how she pulled a gun out on her kids or some shit.
oh yeah, I
And
heard that too.
she was like, bitch,
What
you don't
the
scare
fuck?
me with that shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? So like I think it was a clear case of somebody taking their authority too far and somebody being
Uh,
being against a
well, you,
person that was at the wrong point in their life.
well, we gotta learn how to deal with bullies properly too. I mean, because if it just go to always taking people's lives, you always gonna have bullies. you know. But I
That's
think
what
it's
you do to a bully. Get his ass up out of here.
I
Tough
mean,
mother.
it's place she could have
nah, it's
reported her, or she could have just quit. It's McDonald's, bro. You
yeah,
could have just
exactly.
Man, stop
transferred to
Now
picking on
another
people.
now
McDonald's.
your life thrown away though. We definitely got to learn
Yeah.
how to, you know,
Hey,
handle people
David killed
accordingly.
Goliath, goddammit. Stop picking on people.
And
Not her life thrown
Abel
away.
can't kill Abel. Like it don't. It'll go all around in circles. It don't matter. Like people
Yeah.
real life have issues they going through. And then some people was like, well, one girl said she used to work with her. I don't know if y'all seen that, but she said she used to work with her, and she hated taking. You know, she hated when people would come at her and try to tell her when she was doing wrong. She hated criticism.
Let me ask you this: if you got a bully on the job, what you doing?
I'm
I
gonna beat
don't.
his ass up.
I can't
know
even
what?
fathom
Hold
that,
on.
man.
Let me go
It
around the
depend on the
panel. I want
job.
everybody to explain it so everybody can get their point out. What you gonna do?
Well, I'll
Red
start
Pill,
first.
you was talking.
I'm gonna start first.
Ladies last on this panel.
All right. Well, you need to be the very last then.
Ladies
You want to talk
last.
about ladies last? You very last. Go ahead,
Red
Red
Pill
Pill.
was talking though. He was talking.
Go ahead, Red.
No, I think that sometimes people they bring their work home. I mean, they bring their home to work. So she's an authority. She got 6 people she got to look after. You know what I'm saying? Chances are, ain't no man at the crib. So she come home and she gets it out over there. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm the boss. She just does. She never steps out of that. And you know what I'm saying? In a hostile place like McDonald's, when it's a morning rush and a noon, but I did it in high school and I'll never do it again. But I also commend people that actually work at fast food restaurants like that, because you got to pay me $100,000 on salary to work at some shit like that ever. And then to not even be and then you got hostile co-workers too, man. Fuck that. She's a saint, honestly. I mean, not killing the boss, but being in that environment, trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to that's a whole nother ball game, bro.
Did you explain what you would do to the bully though? I need to get your
the book.
What you doing?
Well,
yes, what you doing to the bully?
Well, see, I can't fathom that because I'm a nuclear terrorist. Sorry, is that a bad word? Sorry. I don't beat people up. I make your life hard.
Okay.
You locked out your car 3 times this week. I don't know what happened. I don't know how the keys got locked out your car. Damn, you roll home with 3 tires 4 times this week. I ain't fighting you. Watch this.
Okay, so you gonna play a little mental gymnastics then. What you doing, Mac?
I'm beating him up.
You fighting?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like on some real shit, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. If I had a boss that was irritating me or some shit like that, and this is part of the reason why I'm self-employed, but I'll come to him on some man and be like, bro, I'm uncomfortable with this, and we'll set the boundaries as men, because I'm not a violent person unless you get disrespectful with me. So I'll set boundaries like, man, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with this. You know what I'm saying? And if you pull it again, then it might go up, bro. Because now I feel like you're saying you.
What if it's a woman though?
Hold on, Miss. I gotta get everybody's opinion. Miss Vita.
Well, man, the same, man. Healthcare, you gonna get a lot of the clients and your co-workers and like the other doctors, the nurses. It's just high stress environment. So all you can do is report it, and because if you fight at work, in healthcare, that could dictate if you work again, because they can't take the type of risk like that. You hurting people. So I would just report it, but I done walked off my last about 3 jobs, so I will quit a job after I report something and have a meeting, and you do it again, like it's whatever, or just act a fool with me. I'll be like, okay, I'm working on mine. I'll just walk off the job because I ain't got time.
Okay, Ali, what you doing with the bully?
Man, I'm gonna try to go through the right steps. And then, hey, bro, if that don't work, if we're 1-to-1, it's gonna go down. Hey, listen, I don't fight people bigger than me. So if you bigger than me, 30 of my homies, we coming up there and we jumping. We gonna jump you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you what. I mean, we gonna jump you right there on site. You getting jumped. So that's what we're gonna do. I ain't gonna bring the pew-pews don't have to come out, but you getting jumped. Cause I ain't gonna take the fade for no bigger dude. Now we jumping you, bro.
DJ
I
Ghost,
know my job gone. We jumping you.
What you doing, DJ Ghost?
I done been through it.
Okay.
I work for a court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's say it's a lot of like you said, niggas bringing stuff from home. You know what I mean? You don't know how to separate. So you don't know how to separate that. Then you got to figure somebody to try to take it out on.
Yeah.
I done dealt with the bully and just had to say a couple words to him. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't finna keep going back and forth with you. Like, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So best bet, learn how to separate it. Like, cause I told him let's walk out the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had people telling me, go ahead, squash it, but no, nigga, let's go outside. Let's talk for a minute.
Yeah.
I was ready to bust his ass. Like, I had to learn how to calm myself down, not bring myself out of my character for some nigga that ain't gonna be there. You know what I mean? It's learn how to separate your life from your damn work. Like, leave this there and leave that there.
Let her be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Vita said, because I work in the healthcare field. So it's a hierarchy when you're in the healthcare field. Like when people are in higher positions than you, they automatically carry themselves in a certain way. Like they feel like if you're lower than them, they can automatically say what they want to say. And you deal with patients on top of dealing with managers or healthcare workers in a higher status. So I actually was just in this situation like a couple of months ago because I just started working like at another location. So when you go and help another location, of course you're gonna get a different type of manager. So this manager was really a bully, and she kind of talked to you. She talked to me all type of ways. But because I was at a new location, it was like I had to try to figure her out. Like, are you serious? Like, are you really like this, or are you just having a bad day? So you kind of gotta like baby step it so you don't lose your job, especially in the healthcare field when you already getting paid more than what you would be getting paid in another position. So what I did was I just kept track of whenever we had a disagreement or whenever she was being a bully. I would make a mental note like, okay, she ain't got this many more times. So eventually it got to the point to where I had to send a whole dissertation type email to the area manager, like letting her know, hey, this happened on this day, that happened on this day. Because at the same time, if they're a manager, they could just deny anything you said. And because they're in that position, the higher up above them gonna go with what they said. So when I sent that email, my area manager was like, oh yeah, you ain't got to go back if you don't want to go back. Because I told him, I say, look, I'm not going back. If I go back, I'm gonna lose my job. And this is a very great job. And I'm not trying to just be that aggressive black woman. Because you could be they will automatically deem you as the aggressive black person in the situation, especially as a black woman. You'll be called like the mad black woman. So you really got to carry yourself in a certain way.
All right. So does anybody feel like they're being a little emotional in some of these situations when they talk about being bullied? You know, are you getting positive criticism possibly from the manager? See, we got to look at all angles at the situation, because sometimes people take criticism as disrespect. Like if you some bullshit at your job possibly and people are hard on you, it's okay to get criticized.
Nah, it's the delivery. It's the delivery.
That's how you talk to somebody too, though.
Yeah, it's the delivery.
For sure, but when you working in a high, high intense one, see, that's the thing about it. I think a lot of people get I don't want to say people get babied all the time, but sometimes we can't deal with just people talking to each other other than how we feel like our parents supposed to talk to us, possibly, or close people around us.
But everybody
people
grown.
Not gonna talk sweet to you.
Everybody grown. Like you don't talk to people like they your child. Like you somebody's child, but you're not their child. So you need to have a certain decorum when you try to address somebody about criticism.
If you're in the military, are they always gonna talk to you, nice, sweet, kind all the time?
Hell no.
They're not.
Right.
But that's the position you're in, though. I think people apply for jobs. People apply for jobs that they're not really even trying to enjoy. They just applying for the money, and you're not really thinking in your mind the stressors that you might go through at that job.
Let's say I'm the manager and I take my job very serious. Let's say I take my job very serious, and I don't put up with a lot of the, lollygagging or a lot of the bullshit that we all do at our jobs in our free time. Because every job have their own levels of leniency. So let's say I don't put up with that, and I'm like, why y'all lollygagging? Why y'all talking? Yo, get back. Y'all know what we got to do. Get them fries running. Get that grease hot. Why y'all playing around right now? y'all might take that as disrespect, but I'm literally doing my job.
Yeah,
but it's your
What's wrong with
delivery.
that?
It's your delivery when
It
you
doesn't
say it.
matter.
Yes, it
doesn't
does matter. Because if
Nah,
you say it wrong, you can be
that's
looked
not
at as a
bad.
bully.
But
Like
what
if
I
you're
just
saying,
said, well, look how you getting emotional right now. And
I'm
what I
not,
said, I didn't
boy,
say nothing
shut the
wrong.
F
Now
you
but you
because I'm
fired.
not.
You
F you
fired.
because I'm shut up.
He's
You
fine. That's
fired. Get
messed up.
out.
Well, hey,
Hey
JB,
JB, you know what it could be too. Hey JB, you know,
He make
JB,
me
you know another
sick.
thing that you got to look at
Yeah.
when you looking at these situations from a pragmatic standpoint, you have to look at if it's a pattern of that kind of behavior. Then you also have to look at, is it consistent across the board, right? Because most people in leadership should have an objective. They should be more objective with how they're handling these situations
Absolutely.
as a supervisor or manager, and it should
Absolutely.
be, their behavior should be consistent with each one of their direct
I don't.
reports. Now, if you can show a pattern or prove a pattern that you're being singled out and it's happening in a
Hey, Miss
in a
Phoebe.
Hey,
linear
Miss
type of way
Phoebe.
that you can document, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then you can have an argument that, hey, on this date, you
Right.
know, I was doing XYZ and I got reprimanded for that. But on another day, the person was doing the same thing and they did not receive the same kind of reprimand.
Now check this
Sometimes it
out.
could be
Now,
targeted, but
if you get,
but like,
if
let
you,
her say, it's hard to prove though with management because they kind of they like to lean toward management because they don't want to cause mutiny with their team,
if you're getting abused, if you're getting abused outside of the company policies, then yeah, you probably have a case to where you can go talk to somebody higher up to get things fixed accordingly. But if it just comes down to simple banter or small critiques or whatnot, you gotta think about, a lot of people don't take criticism well. I think a lot of this stuff is just criticism a lot of the time. People just don't take it well.
No, people be getting bullied.
Well,
People get bullied for real. I got
well,
bullied, and
Jay-
it was the
Jay-
same
but-
thing. Like,
Stop it, man.
but let me.
Stop it. I ain't never been bullied.
bruh,
Yeah, I'm about to
but
say-
you're not. That's your
I'm not
job
the biggest, I'm
position.
not the
There's a
tallest.
lot of people get bullied.
That don't mean nothing.
No, I've watched a lot of situations happen that's just based off people being overly emotional a lot of the time.
No, it's
Hey,
not.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta advocate.
you
You
gotta
gotta advocate for yourself.
Yeah, you just gotta try and outbeat the bully, man, because you're not gonna be able to get rid of him if you just crash out every time and want to go to fighting and killing. That you're not gonna win from that either. Like, what we talking about?
Jay Ali going to jail immediately. He said he's catching a charge.
He said, he jumping them. But no, JB, this is when I would say this just on jobs. People that work the hardest get bullied, not the slackers. The slackers don't get bullied like that. The slackers get proper attention when, if their workload affects everybody else, then that's when somebody say something. Because if everybody in there,
not unless you ignore everybody.
They don't. You can't ignore people. You can't ignore
let's say you go in, if everybody has an individual goal, and if he's slacking and it don't interrupt everybody else's goal, a lot of people don't really say nothing. It's only they might get reprimanded directly by the supervisor or the manager. What I'm saying is, I've been on jobs where somebody's so cold, or somebody will be at a job for 5 years, somebody will come in 6 months in and just outproduce everybody. They'll bully him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened.
It'd be like they'll be better at the job. You know what I'm saying? They'll be better than a veteran. They're like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll set up traps to make the dude go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it harder for him on purpose. That's what I'm talking about. Because you know what? Because
real quick. Oh, go ahead.
What'll happen is you'll raise the bar subconsciously. You're not even knowing. You just going in to perform and do it. It'll be somebody doing what they've been doing for 5, 6, 10 years. And then you come in and they'll be like, damn, we've been paying them $100,000 a year. We paying her 60, and she's doing 3 times the work. Now, what that'll do? They'll overlook it. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, we could save money, hire her, or I could just take her pay. Or now y'all can split it. We meet at 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
No, not to cut you off, man, but I mean, of course, you gotta subliminally play the game when it comes down to befriending who you need to befriend. To make sure you get the information you need to get, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like it's a level of emotional control that we got to have on how we respond to everybody at the job. I deal with it myself, man. I don't let things get to me anymore, and especially even I know the biggest thing is going to be the balance between white and black people. for us, I would say, you know, how all white people, how they treat you the whole night. Because if you look at how white people communicate with each other, bruh, they give each other a lot of shots. Now I say this: what you can do is just let people know that you don't play like that, and you nip shit in the butt early. You
Off the
don't let
drip.
shit continue. If something does happen that you're not okay with, you nip it early. You don't let it continue to go on. It's definitely levels to how
But
you act at work.
I will say you can't nip it early
Yes, you
sometimes because
can.
then you will
That's
look.
a
No, you
lie.
cannot. I work in the healthcare field, bro. It
I've
don't
done
work
it.
like that.
I've
It
done
don't
it.
work like that at every
Yeah, I've
job.
done it.
Have you worked every job?
No,
Oh,
but
okay
at
then.
my
Oh, okay
job,
then.
at
Yeah,
my
that's
job, I've
your
done
job.
that.
That's
I've
your
done that.
job.
I've
That's
done
your
that.
job.
You can do it at yours. It's a job.
No, it's
Just
not.
show them
Every
knees.
job
Just
is
show
not
them
the
knees,
same.
Okay,
and
but
then
go ahead.
stop. They'll be cool. Let me stop.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Hey,
got
show
to let
them
people know.
knees. Show them
You gotta let people know you're
show
not
them the
meant to be
hits, and they'll
played
be like,
with.
oh.
You gotta let people know that you carry yourself with a certain type of decorum the way you're not meant to be played with
Every
either.
job
You
not the
know,
same, Jay. You can't
people
do
are
that
going.
at
There's going
every
to be people.
job.
People are going to be at every job. You still gonna have to deal with people. You can't.
Okay, but
You
at the
can't
same
negate.
time, you can't nip everything in the bud immediately. You have to create. It has to be like a what
Well, that
word I'm
means you're
looking
not
for.
in tune.
You
That's you're not in tune with your
Sometimes it
boundaries
takes
on
time to
things you
prove
deal with.
it.
yes, you have to build a file on some people because if you're already going into a new job where
Yeah,
somebody is a
sometimes it just
manager,
takes time to
they've been
prove.
there. They've been there for a while. So you
Well,
coming in, you can't just be like, oh, immediately, okay, this person messing with me. Okay, well, how
well,
are they
people don't
messing with
normally
you?
do that. They don't even normally
Yes,
do that when you first come in.
if you just said nip it in the bud early. So that would be
Yes,
early. If you're starting a new
if
job,
but no, that
when
doesn't normally happen though.
how do you know you didn't
Usually,
work every job? We just
How
bully,
you gonna say
bullying,
that,
you
JB?
didn't
bully,
work every
bruh,
job. That's his job.
bullying
It's just his
normally
job.
happens. Bullying normally happens probably about a few months after you've already gotten into the job. It's not. It's
But
not
what the
immediately after the first day, the second day. That's not how it happened because you
What the
basically
hell?
just kind of getting in to kind of
You
know
st-
everything. Nobody
yeah,
don't even know you.
you
They don't
still
even know how
breaking
he
the
you work.
HR.
ice.
He
They don't even know how
HR,
you
You
work.
y'all.
they
He
gonna take
HR.
your
It be
temperature.
in the
They
first 6
definitely
months though.
yeah,
I just that's what I
they
was saying. It's
yeah.
probably gonna be the
No,
first 6 months.
that's
Then
people
you
can bully you just off of how you look. Like people can bully you. I've been in a
ignore it.
position. I've been in a
If you
position of where people
Chris,
will bully you off of just how you look, how you do your work, how you do your job. I mean, like people will just bully you if they hate on you. Like you said, like we said earlier, if their home life is messed up, some people will come to work and take it out on you.
and this is what I was gonna say. I think I want to add this into this, and I'm gonna probably switch this. I think women fall victim to that more than guys do.
It's definitely not a sex thing.
It is a sex thing. I
It's
think a
definitely
lot of
not a
women.
sex
I think
thing.
a lot of women are low key. How can I say this? I
Be
think a lot of
careful.
women are undiagnosed with possible with possible conditions. I think a lot of no because
I
we take
think
y'all
people,
is
period. I'm gonna go with you on that, but I think people, period, for real. Because just think about it. To stay in a job 20, 30 years and live under them type of conditions, like that shit will drive you crazy. Like you gotta be a different human to do that. Like I just can't, even though I've been in healthcare, I move
that's
around. And I
that's for
gotta do
sure.
private practice because I just can't do that.
Moving
Yeah,
around
like
is
I
benefit.
can't,
I do believe
yeah.
moving. You know, that's one thing.
Phoebe want to
A
say
lot of
something.
higher. Let me say this real quick. That's one thing. A lot of higher managers that I've met in like in the aviation industry, they said the one way to keep your sanity is to move around. If you don't move around, you will become complacent, and then you will probably end up ruining yourself from being complacent. You're gonna be disgruntled.
Stabbing
And
your
angry.
manager.
Yeah, that too.
Phoebe, what
But
you
go
want
ahead,
to
Miss
say?
Phoebe.
So, I was just gonna say that I kind of agree with you, JB, to a certain extent. Women, I hate to say by nature, but women are just jealous
Let it
of
out.
each other. So, I would, to me, from what I've experienced in the work field and just others when we've had this conversation, I have
Mhm.
I have heard it from mainly women, not too many men who go through that. Women are jealous of each other, like you said, how they look, how they carry themselves. If it's a man there and giving the new person all this attention and they talking about it, they're gonna do something to try to sabotage her position or whatever. So I feel that women do that more so than the men.
That is
She
true.
nailed
That's a
it.
fact.
She nailed it.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I want to go back to the women being undiagnosed because, like I said, this woman had mental issues. I really want to expound upon that because a lot of us men, like, we'll take y'all characteristics as just, oh, she just being a female. Oh, that's how ladies act. But a lot of y'all are undiagnosed with issues. You know, if a guy is kind of, you know, a little wacky or whatnot, like when he come in the room, you'll just see him how he carry himself. You know to stay away from this guy probably. And most guys will kind of see this guy and be like, hey, this dude ain't got his lid ain't screwed on tight. But a female, she can act weird, a lot of weird characteristics, but we'll just look at her as a female, and we'll probably still try and smash her.
Nope.
You know, so
Not me.
I see a lot of guys that still be trying after the women. That's crazy. So I think it's a lot of women walking around as undiagnosed. That's why for me having daughters, I don't want to just have my daughters out there, because I could tell her the life she was living from the videos I seen of her trying to explain her life. Man, you can tell she don't say she got a lot of like family structure around her. So that's why it's really important for a lot of women to really have good family around y'all, man, to keep y'all protected from all the bullshit out there, because a lot of people ain't gonna treat y'all like everybody else because y'all a woman. And then when y'all get put in these situations, y'all wonder why it's happening, but y'all really can't, understand it. So
how do we diagnose them?